Alright guys, as promised, we're going to be looking at the kind of basic underhook half guard series because I think it's one of the most strongest fundamental positions, and it just keeps coming up for me over and over again. That's why, speaking to people, that's why I thought I'll do a little series on it. So, the most common position to enter are either going to be, for me, are going to be reverse de la hiva or knee shield. We're going to look at an entry from knee shield here. So I have my high knee shield. I'm on my side, I'm not up on my elbow, and then I look for my underhook to come under my leg and use this to enter my underhook. What's important here is that I don't come up on my elbow when I reach for my underhook, because this is going to make it very easy for my partner to grab my elbow and put me flat on my back and start smashing me half guard. So I play here, boom, Marco's putting pressure, he's coming forward, I'm pummeling my arm under my own leg and kicking through for my underhook. From this position, the first thing I'm going to be looking for is going to be my knee torque. This is the most important detail of this whole sequence. And how I'm trying to achieve this is I'm trying to bump Marco over my head and then pummel my top foot over his heel. I can use both my underhook as well as my other arm under the leg in combination with my knee in his butt to bring him high. And then I pummel my leg over the top and bring it into this sideways knee torque position. I'm trying to hamstring curl as close to his ankle as possible to really get a strong knee torque. Once I bring my leg over the top, I can take the other leg out here. What's important is that I don't take this leg out first before I bring my leg over the top, because this gives Marco a free pass. So I'm in my half guard, I bring the leg over the top, I torque, and I get this tight and hamstring curl my heel to my butt. I'm not going to progress at all until I get this correctly. This is the most important part of the technique, and without this, I'm not going anywhere. Once I have a strong knee torque, I can start coming up into my dogfight position. So I build myself up with my hip and come up to my elbow. Important here, once again, is that I don't come up to my elbow first, because this is the same position as earlier. If Marco gets control of my leg, he can smash me back down. So I leave my shoulder on the mat, come up to my knees, come up to the dogfight. This is going to be the most important and most common scoring position. 90% of the time, as Marco is doing correctly here already, people are going to whizzer and overhook like so. If they don't, this is a very easy back take, and we're not going anywhere else. If he's not whizzering, we're 100% of the time just taking the back like this and starting to attack the back. In the whizzer position, I have two options to score. The first one, and in my opinion most common one, is going to be tapping his knee and just finishing this kind of double leg. So I'm looking to get control over his knee and just pushing him over. This is probably the most common score, but the second one is going to be people pushing back into me, so it's going to make it hard for me to tap. From here, I'm rolling through, putting my shoulder and my arm on the mat on the other side of him, and getting my rollover sweep. The second option from this position is going to be rolling through, bringing my arm and my shoulder to the other side of his body, putting my back on the mat and using my knee torque as well as his pressure into me to roll through and get this rollover sweep. So from here, I'm looking to shelve Marco's inside knee, the knee that I have knee torqued, walk with my feet, slowly reverse shrimp under his knee, and bring him over in a similar fashion to the rollover sweep. What's important here is that I have strong torque here, because this really takes Marco's ability to explode in any way, shape or form away. I keep walking until I bring his butt and back to the mat. This is one of the strongest sweeps I know, and it's a sweep that I sweep a lot of really strong, explosive, big wrestlers with that would otherwise be impossible to get to the mat. One really strong option from this position is for Marco to backstep. There's a really easy counter to this, but it's really timing dependent. So if I feel like Marco is going to backstep, I extend my own back and come to the position where I have access to his back, and I can start attacking back takes instead. This is called the Jedi mind trick, and it feels really smooth and really cool, but it is very, very timing dependent. So we're in my knee torque half guard. Marco starts extending and backstepping. I extend my own back, bring my knee to my chest, and then I can start attacking the back, like so.